arm model without anything else.
That's just a lot of weight to just move back and forth.
Our entire droid hinges on the fact that it's going to be wobbling around.
It's just so heavy, we don't even have the head on it.
If that tray falls off every time this thing wobbles just a little bit, we're finished.
Get your break on!
Lego Masters will return after this Fox Fast break.
I hope that that is enough to save our build.
It's going to be moving forward and back, just not side to side, right?
Yeah, I hope.
Lego learn about movement. It's fun.
I love movement, which is why I'm sitting. So I guess I mean, I love movement in other things. Check out my guys BB-8 and R2. But how do our builders make their Lego creations move? Well, Lego has a series of motorized parts that allows builds to light up, turn, and twist. Using one type of motor, you can make your creation roll or swing back and forth. Heyo. And when you use multiple motors together, you can make something like this. Scary, right? Oh, BB-8. No, it's okay. BB-8, it's just a... droids.
If this is put on plates,
Wait,
it would go
I can't see. I think we underestimated how difficult building a droid is going to be.
See, these keep popping off.
We want to have a drum, but this is a very complicated movement for us, since we've never done hardly any movement. It's definitely not our challenge.
No, it is not.
Oh, his brains in here. His brains.
Hello, Mark. How's it going?
Doing well, how are you?
This is looking dense.
Yeah, there's a lot in there. We've got 6 motors. 2 bottom motors here on the treads. 3rd motor in the base rotates his torso. He's got a motor that adjusts the arm for the welding function and rotates the head.
You've got some super strong technical things. Now it's really about the creativity on your character development and just sharpening the story.
We know the droids have a lot of personality, and I'm not seeing a lot of personality in the build.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks.
Oh, okay, hold on. What if the front, somehow we use this to like drop the front so that it like falls completely off, like.
Got it. Yeah, I can do that. Hey, R2, can you help me tell the builders there's only 1 hour left? 1 hour left, people! 1 hour! That's a really neat trick. I don't know about co-host, but guest host is okay.
Cookie goes in.
Our droid looks great, but we can't go into judging with a head falling off.
Why is that so loose?
It seems that the neck, it's just not strong enough to hold up all that weight.
Sheesh.
Across the room from us is Amy and Tyler. I wish them the best in life, but for us in this challenge right now, it could be good
If that head just falls off.
Hey guys, 3 minutes!
so much better.
Okay. Dude, that's way better.
The head is still falling off. Oh, shoot.
Tyler and Amy, I think the head of their droid just fell off.
They're in real trouble.
Can't we make this connection like?
No, there's no way to do it.
It doesn't work.
So, Zoom's having all this legal problems, and guess what?
4, 3.
Google says to his employees, you can't use Zoom. We about the guy.
All right, everyone, bring your droids to the center of the room. No, you don't have to go to the center of the room. You stay here. Congratulations, you've built a droid.
My goodness.
Look, everyone, it's C-3PO!
Here again, I'm running in circles.
I have no idea how I'm going to explain being in the room with C-3PO to my friends at home.
My goodness, Wookiees.
I can relate with the Wookiees. Perfect.
Excuse me, I don't need to intrude.
C-3PO, good to see you again. We go way back.
Oh.
Not like long time ago, far, far way back, but, you know, you get it. All right, Brickmasters, it's time to see if these are the droids we're looking for. Now, you're going to rank them, and that order will determine their advantage or disadvantage in the next challenge. Mark and Boone, tell us about your droid.
This droid is an Imperial repair droid designed to look for problems and repair them with his welding arm. What's happening?
What?
The welding arm is raising up into the air.
Oh dear.
I think he's receiving a transmission. He's been reprogrammed for the rebellion.
My goodness.
Help us, SBGT-85. You're our only hope.
That is awesome.
Brickmasters, what do you think?
I can see it's a very accomplished and polished build, but I was struggling a little bit to feel the emotion in the beginning. How are you actually going to give personality to this character and convey this story of transformation that was so key? And I think you have actually done a great job of it.
Thank you.
I think you're totally on cue for the dark side. And just functional wise, having that pop at the end, that was a very dramatic moment having it come out.
Thank you.
He said it's most impressive.
Sam, Jessica, tell us about your droid.
We are droid MP3. He doesn't have an owner, so he's turned to panhandling for credits as a street musician so that he doesn't go into disrepair.
He plays the drum on his head, a little horn out the front, a flute on top, and he has a cup in the back to collect credits for tips. Does it take requests? One of the motors is dead. It's not running anymore.
It is.
No, the second one's not going. It was working a minute ago, but now it's not. I set the droid down, I start moving it, and one of the gears falls out and one wheel stops working completely.
It has character, so you've definitely accomplished that. And it has a fun story, but it is struggling to support its own weight. Those tank treads were under way too much stress.
You had a great concept. You've definitely achieved some success there in going outside of your comfort zone, but it's clear to see that there are definitely flaws.
Tyler and Amy, tell us about your droid.
This is Easy Peasy. It is Easy Peasy's first day at his new job at the local cantina. He serves blue milk and Wookiee cookies, but as we all know, first days at a new job are pretty nerve-wracking.
We think we have the neck fixed, but we didn't have time to test it. We just have to hope that it works.
All right, guys, start it up. Let's see.
Oh dear.
Blue milk and Wookiee cookies to visitors from all across the galaxy.
You guys, what a fun idea. That's awesome.
R2, does this give you flashbacks to Jabba's sail barge?
You're not a big fan of Jabba, is that right, C-3PO?
What a disgusting creature.
Okay. Brickmasters, what do you think?
You guys, this is really fun. The blue milk is totally on point for Star Wars. I'm very impressed with the way you were able to control it and try to get some of that wobble without it actually collapsing, because that's not easy to do.
I love the way that the eyes are moving, that they're far apart. It really brings emotion. What a fun character you've created.
I thought it was quite clever.
It's making you smile.
Well, this is the only expression I have.
Okay, teams, only one droid can deliver their team a big win and an advantage.
I think
Next build. Jamie and Amy, who built your least favorite droid?
Our least favorite droid of the three, Sam and Jesse.
Sam and Jesse.
Well deserved.
All right, who won the droid challenge?
You
I like
guys
that
definitely built some amazing droids.
I think that one won.
Character.
Yeah,
'cause
that
it's
more
all
like
captured
style
apart.
and stuff.
And the winner of this challenge is Tyler and Amy.
I knew it was them.
That's the one.
Yeah, that's who I was going for too.
Mark and Boone's technical ability was gonna capture the win on this.
Theirs
At the end
was
of the
pretty
next
good,
challenge,
too.
Somebody's going
Okay.
home, so having this advantage at this point in the competition could prove to be vital.
I loved watching your droids move around our build room, but there have been so many memorable Star Wars moments
I'm glad
over the years.
gay guy's gone.
Like this one.
What if they won it?
Oh my god.
What?
Han Solo frozen in
It's
carbonite.
all done in Legos.
Surprised. Captain Solo frozen in carbonite is a bad memory.
Yeah, no, I bet. Who could forget that one? But speaking of memorable moments, take a look in our gallery. The Battle of Endor, AT-AT Assault on Hoth, the Millennium Falcon in Cloud City. We have 10 memorable moments displayed in that room because builders.
Oh yeah,
your
Jabba's
next
sail
challenge.
barge. That was a good one.
You're going to rebuild
When
one of these
they kidnapped
iconic Star
everybody
Wars
and then-
moments with Lego.
We just lost the droid challenge, and now we have to choose our scene last. We're at a little disadvantage, and I hope we can overcome it.
We really want the AT-AT Assault on Hoth because we love building big characters.
Tyler and Amy, since you won the droid challenge, you get the first pick. Which moment would you like to build?
We would like to do the AT-AT Assault on Hoth.
Okay, great. So you have chosen AT-AT Assault on Hoth from The Empire Strikes Back.
So now that that one's taken, we're thinking of the Endor Imperial bunker scene. It's outside. It's got the
trees.
Ewoks in it. Fingers crossed.
Mark and Boone, you finished second. You're up next.
We would like to build the Imperial bunker on Endor.
Great. Mark and Boone, you have chosen the Endor Imperial bunker from Return of the Jedi. Sam and Jessica, last but not least, which moment would you like to build?
We would like the Battle of Crate.
Sam and Jessica, you have chosen Battle of Crate from The Last Jedi. All right, teams, you have 8 hours to complete your epic Star Wars build. May the Force be with you. Get your brick on.
Oh my goodness.
What's most iconic to the Battle of Crate is that red dust.
I'm starting on landscape. You're starting on the AT-AT.
Yes. So what do you want me to work on? Terrain?
Yeah, and the terrain needs to be a lot of like green because the Ewoks are brown.
Right. That's like our fastest planning time yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, that is great.
Look, you're a little Lego minifig.
Guys, on the second part of this challenge, what do you think about your choices?
Tyler and Amy.
Okay,
famous
just
for their
no.
color. The least.
So they showed,
So
or did you do a little Lego figure work each of
There's
it?
that nothing stands out compared to some of the other builders.
You got some big here. So what? Why are they
Now,
building?
Tyler and Amy, they have one of the
Building
strongest
iconic battle
icons in the whole Star Wars
Or
universe,
iconic
the
scenes.
AT-AT.
Yeah.
The risk is that AT-AT is so dominating. Is there going to be enough room for a battle scene?
This is gonna be great.
What about Mark and Boone?
They got a great universe to work in. I mean, you've got Ewoks, Stormtroopers, speeder bikes, AT-STs. It's a really dynamic scene.
We just need to make sure that there's enough room in front of the bunker.
And then build up kind of around
Yes.
it.
Look, he's already got his whole backdrop done.
Yeah, but we got something.
Sam and Jessica, they're real artists in this competition, and they've obviously seen these big red puffs of sand. It could be very eye-catching if they pull it off right, but they've always had issues with time.
I think we're building a 20-hour build
I know.
and trying to do it in 8 hours.
It's gonna be tough.
It's like they just do the last movie. He's got a beard and a French braid mohawk. And roses in his hair.
Yeah. But at least he's wearing pants today.
I've never built an ATST before. I think it's one of the most challenging technical
wearing-
pieces of the
wearing
build.
pants?
And it has
The
to be
Mohawk
epic
French
to
braid
compete
guy.
Against Amy and Tyler's Imperial Walkers.
Mohawk?
And then how tall?
I think just tall.
It's not them.
The tallest thing in the room.
That.
Not them.
That.
And this is the biggest part of our scene, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Greetings.
Hey guys, Mark, Boone, you're doing a Star Wars build and you've got the droids you were looking for.
Yes, even we are in this build. There's a very tiny me.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, I'm a little wider there than I am in real life.
Maybe there's some extra oil.
Yes, oh, very funny.
Thank you. Thank you. I imagine that you meant that because I don't think that droids can be sarcastic. So, guys, how are you feeling about this particular build?
We are excited about the Ewoks because Ewoks are cute, and we look forward to finding interesting ways to show them being ready to attack the Imperial troops.
Ewoks. Oh, they're my favorite.
I like this challenge. Like, I don't feel stressed about this at all.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
I think we'll do okay.
What do you think about this?
That's perfect. I've pretty much got the shape already done.
That's great.
Hey guys.
Oh, hello. How are you feeling?
This is one of my favorite scenes, so I'm feeling really confident. Our AT-AT is going to be our main focus.
What about the colours in this scene? Because obviously it's quite white and grey. How are you going to bring it to life?
One of the things we want to do is to have that explosion, you know, a giant orange and yellow fireball.
R2 might get lost in that snow.
He excels at that, sir.
Oh.
We only have 5 hours left.
Oh my gosh.
This is a very daunting task. We have giant ships that we've never built before. 8 hours is not a lot of time, so it's easy to get discouraged. Saddest thing for me is that I'll go put them on a Star Wars challenge.
No, don't say that, Sam.
I know how these other two build with this kind of stuff, and they both are really good at this.
If fear takes over Sam, there's only so much I can really do. I
This
have
is totally
faith in
out
us.
of our wheelhouse.
Don't be scared of the competition. Like, everyone's going to do good on this challenge, and we can do good too.
I can't do this.
I feel like you've already given up. We're in the top 3. Whether we win or lose, we need to deliver a top 3 quality.
I know. That's what's worrying me.
Books that you made for the show. What do you think are some of your favourites?
Well, you know what? I'd actually like to show you a few. You might have noticed I used a lot of greebling.
Yeah, we love the greebling. You've got so many fun elements in there, and I think it gave the builders a lot of inspirations when they were kicking off their themes.
You're really speaking to the Lego fan in all of us, and we can see that in your builds. For more, make sure to check out our Lego Masters YouTube channel.
Activate this QR code on your mobile phone. The winning build is just around the corner. Lego Masters will be right back on Fox. I'm off into the...
We've made it this far. We're really talented. We do have building skills, and I feel like we can win.
I believe in you too much to let you quit. Friends don't let friends quit, especially when they're in the top 3. He can hate me now, but he's gonna love me later when we make it to the finale.
Hello!
Hey, tell us a little bit about your scene that you started creating.
So we're doing the Battle Crate, and I think it'll work for us because it has the red dust coming out of the white. We feel like we could make it really cool.
How do you think you're going to tackle this red dust?
Yeah, because right now C-3PO really stands out with his brilliant gold in the room.
He's brilliant.
Why, thank you, sir. I just had an oil bath. It was quite refreshing.
Yeah, we're thinking of doing something jagged with all different types of red so that you get the illusion that it is some sort of dust.
It sounds good. Just remember, guys, we want to see a very polished model.
Good luck, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
What about the Ewoks that are using bows and arrows? Could we like put them up here?
Yeah.
To really nail this, I think they want 2 AT-ATs.
Yeah.
So we gotta move.
4 hours left. Halfway done. Stay on target. Stay on target. Am I right, R2? C-3PO, what's his deal?
I don't know.
Maybe he was remembering a traumatic event. I don't know.
This foot is a masterpiece.
Oh, great.
You're gonna do something beautiful, organic.
It's the Star Wars Challenge, and Boone and I are recreating the scene on Endor right when the Ewoks start attacking.
We're trying to look exactly like the movie does. So if you look at the AT-ST, there are connections in here that they're not 100% rigid. When you build something that's not quite as stable as you want it to be, you run the risk of something falling apart in the last moments of the challenge, and that can be catastrophic.
And what will happen when the time is up? No one will be sent to the spice mines of Kessel, will they?
No. Normally we judge their builds and then the Brickmasters choose who gets a say, and sadly, who doesn't.
Oh, my, we should leave. I've never been much of a judgmental droid. Well, of course I judge you, R2, but who wouldn't?
Well, bye C-3PO, bye R2.
Good luck, builders.
Oh, you're so cool.
Look at that.
Oh, that's great.
I like it.
Hey, how goes the battle?
We are still working on these giant AT-ATs. We're loving them.
Yeah.
But it's taken a while.
You guys got 4 wins under your belts. Across the alley, you got another team that had 4 wins.
That's true.
So are either of you going to get a 5th
go
win,
for
or
the
Sam and
point.
Jessica going to come
What?
through?
We're coming for you, Amy and Tyler.
Bring it on. They're actually turning out something good.
They actually work at the little store
Looking
where
around
your
the
dad
room,
took
we're
you.
inspired
Oh,
by
excellent.
Sam and Jessica's dynamic
The Lego
explosions.
store?
We can do like little snow, like.
Yeah.
You know, kind of like little fire explosions.
So we're going to be adding our own dynamic landscape.
Oh yeah, that's good.
It's the 29-minute and 45-second warning. This is for the finale.
Let's do the minifigures and then let's do the bushes.
I kind of want another knee to be bent. You gotta do these on both sides.
No, because they're going to be connected like this.
No. Oh no.
I think Tyler and Amy are actually a little scared of us. I want to know why, because that AT-AT looks smaller.
I think the married couple
right there
do it.
I'm totally impressed with ours. I think we both exceeded our own expectations.
It was so awful to go home at this point.
$100,000 prize.
That'd be so amazing though if we could like actually buy our own house.
I know.
We would be able to have a place that's big enough to have like a nursery for the baby.
How amazing would that be?
So awesome.
Try to get the contestants side.
I need a more secure connection for that.
20 minutes left.
Oh, easy.
Oh. I'm moving the ATST and it falls apart. This took me 2 hours to do at the beginning of the challenge.
You have 17 minutes.
Oh my god. Come on. This thing just like won't quite go back together.
This isn't.
Do you need help? What can I do?
I'm sorry, man.
No, it's gotta happen.
No, that doesn't work.
Mark's encouraging me. He's saying, Boone, you got this.
Zakai!
But all I'm thinking
Somebody go get Zakai.
is what are the things that aren't getting done while I'm trying to fix this machine?
2 minutes.
Boone had a last minute collapse.
You got this. Now get it back up and get it done, all right?
Yeah, for real.
Hopefully he got it back to where he wanted it to be.
Don't overthink it. Don't get too carried away.
Okay.
I don't think you need any more people down there. That's plenty.
Okay, perfect. Don't touch it.
Okay.
1 minute left. 1 measly minute.
Let's put this on there before the time runs out.
See what I was doing with these branches? Just not breaking them.
Yeah.
It's looking good.
3, 2, 1. Time's up. Breaks down.
Wow. I wish I put more detailing right there.
Right now, I'm still shaken up about that ATST, but I am relieved that our build is done. I just hope that it will get us to the finale.
Mark and Boone.
Hello.
Hey,
So, talk to us about your build.
this is the Imperial bunker.
Make
on
a Star
Endor
scene from a
Return
Star
of
Wars
the
movie,
Jedi.
and they got to pick it.
And a droid. And Mom's
First, they did a droid.
Wait, Mom, you don't have to take a video
Ewoks
now,
have
do you?
stormed in on the bunker.
Well, I'm still gonna
You see
film the
them
rest of it.
coming over the log there to attack the stormtroopers, where C-3PO and R2-D2 caused the distraction. We see Han and Leia have picked up blasters and are starting to take out troopers. But we really wanted to focus on this contrast between the cold bunker and this warmth of the Ewoks world, as well as some of the primitive tools they were using in this battle to try to defeat these troops.
All right, so Brickmasters, what do you think?
First of all, you built a really nice ATST. I can see the attention to detail. I love that you have this little treehouse and rope bridge across as well. It really feels like it frames the whole scene. And I especially love your Ewoks with the transparent bricks underneath that look like they're just jumping out.
You've totally captured all of those moments that made this scene magical. Like these little wooden weapons just banging on the speeder bike with the Ewok getting thrown off the side. It's just so fun. And I like the organic nature that you brought into the whole model. You're using the
Pretty
studs
good.
out on the tree. Feels very tree-like.
This could be like
Your
a
landscaping
Lego
is
set.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
I
I'm
think you
going
guys should
with
be
you
really
guys.
proud of this model.
Yeah, me too.
Great job.
Yeah,
Thank
that
you.
should be
I don't
actually
know
walk
if
at
our
a store
build
that are
is going to get us to the finale.
That's what
As I
Mom-
look around the room to
that's
see
what John
things
has
that the
told
other teams
No,
did
Mom,
better than
wait,
us,
Mom-
I'm hopeful
Mom, so what
that
they
it will
said they
get us
worked
there.
at virtually.
Sam and Jessica.
In this challenge, I really gave it all I got. Jessica pushed us to create something amazing. I'm very lucky to have her as a teammate. Oh, I'm lucky to have you.
Walk us through your build.
So we had the Battle of Crate from The Last Jedi.
This is where the First Order is finding the Resistance base.
He really wanted to capture the key elements of the scene, the white salt and the red dust coming out from under it. There were explosions of dust, so we've captured those. We also have some of the key vehicles that are in the scene, including the TIE fighter
Everything
that's
gets
shooting
lost.
down.
Yeah, you guys picked a scene that was full of action, and you've definitely captured it here in your build. And I think it's definitely the most polished build that you guys have given us. Love the dust coming up here because it really feels like that ship is flying right in the action.
We've really seen you late in this competition totally up your game. This is a dynamic scene. I mean, we have two very similar scenes in the room where we have a white surface, but you've really maximized that red. And it just makes the whole scene really come alive. If I had to nitpick a bit, I would say the fact that you've made this one go up with studs out with the transparent, but then you have that same material coming up in a very polished, smooth way behind the vehicle here. It feels like two different ways of showing the same thing, but you're really taking advantage of the vehicles you have, and you've chosen the two iconic ones, the TIE Fighter, and then you got the Ski Speeder, having that at an angle, just sliding across the surface. It has energy and it has life, and I'm really proud of you guys this time.
Congratulations, guys. Great job.
Good job.
Notice I never said.
Starting this challenge, I thought we are definitely going home. Those are best weeks. Felt really nice. But we made something incredible. I think we are in a really good position to make it to the finale. So good. So happy.
Sam and Jessica delivered a droid in the previous challenge that was a little worse for wear. But in this challenge, they nailed it.
I'm feeling so nervous.
Tyler and Amy.
Hello.
How's it going, guys?
Like really, I would say
Tell us
the
about your amazing
red
Star
dust
Wars
one
build.
is in third.
So we
for me.
chose the AT-AT Assault
The Force is in
on
second because it has the most
from
color.
the Empire Strikes Back.
That one's in first.
This
I
is
actually
the
like
one
it.
where
No,
the
no,
Empire
this one's
has
in second.
discovered the hidden rebel base on Hoth, and they send in these monstrous AT-ATs targeting the rebels' shield generator, and the rebels are fighting back with their meager snow speeders. Their blasters can't penetrate the armor, but they have figured out that they can use their harpoons and tow cables to trip
Where's all the
the
snow?
AT-AT walkers.
It's the white symbol.
What was it about this scene that made you want to pick it right out of the gate?
I mean, there's a technical challenge of creating these behemoths, and we wanted to do something a little different.
Well, great job, you guys. Brick Masters.
Congratulations on making the most epic AT-AT. Now, this is, for me, the strongest vehicle in the room.
Oh, thank you.
And the fact that you've done two and put that one in a very different position, showing the vulnerability of this monster, it really creates a dynamic moment in this whole scene.
And I do notice the snow that you added right at the last minute. It really makes the vehicle feel like it's moving. And you've even given us a little bit of color with an explosion happening over here. So, you know, we're nitpicking at this point in the competition, but you could have given us an explosion on that
In
vehicle
the middle.
as well.
Yeah.
You know, draw a little bit more attention and bring a little bit more of that color that you're famous for.
Congratulations, guys. Great job.
Yeah, so what they
Having
could,
put
that's what
so
they
much
did is
work
they
into our
couldn't
builds up
finish
until
the
this
second
point,
ones. They just
it
made it
would
in
be
like a destroyed
really, really
position.
disheartening to be sent home right before the finale. This could be anybody's game at this point. Mark and Boone really picked a scene that played to their strengths, and they have so many fun.
That's a
little
really
details
good one.
in all those
It is. They're gonna win. It's whether those two.
That one looks pretty awesome too. I still like the
The tree one.
I would say they're in third.
Ewok one best.
That's how dumb I am.
The tree, the Ewok or the
Brick Masters. It's not an easy choice today.
one.
But
That one.
out of our three teams, whose Star Wars creations impressed you the most?
There was one model that stood out from the pack.
Because both of them
The
are
winning
white,
team
and the other one's full
for
of
this
color.
challenge is
Mark and Boone.
Mark and Boone.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
That's the one. That's the
Yep.
team I've been going for.
It was a really
Surprised they
dynamic
haven't.
No, they did. They did the best job.
Alien
It was more
Christmas.
color.
Alien
It captures the magicalness of that scene.
They did
Well,
super good.
well, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Anybody that would have got that would have pretty much won out of all three of these.
No, if they didn't do it right, they wouldn't have.
No. Here's the deal, though. It had so much color. It had so many like different figurines in it.
Yeah, Yeah, well, they just made a good pick. They could any other team could have picked more vibrant one.
They didn't, and they were smart to do that one.
They had second choice.
Are both in the bottom two. Please step forward.
I can't see
Sam and
that.
Jessica, how does it feel to be in this position just 1 week before the finale?
We're grateful that you see the value in our talent.
We did something amazing. It's so polished. We are so proud of what we've accomplished and how much we've grown as builders.
And we're good builders. We're so grateful for the opportunity
It's
to be
making the
here,
judges
and we
feel
do
bad.
not want
Just
to
so
go
you know,
home.
we're good builders.
Tyler and Amy, what are you thinking right now?
This is our first time in the bottom two. That doesn't feel good.
Well, here we are so close to our big finale, and to fall short now, be eliminated after coming all this way, it's rough. Rick Masters, if I've learned one thing from Star Wars, is that audiences love a good surprise. Jamie, I'm your father, and nobody is going home today. Oh! You'll all be here next week to compete in the finale.
We made it!
They did that so the gig people could stay.
I feel honored to be next to these
staying.
two amazing teams.
I can't believe it.
Wait, what?
I went
Mark
all in
Rugen,
on
they got an award.
creating art that involves Lego, and to be in the finale, I just feel
They don't have
so
that anymore.
blessed.
No,
All
what they
right,
good at though.
also, Rick Masters, I'm kind of dying to know who came in second. Did you have a second place?
I mean, it was a tough call, but one of the teams just had a little bit more energy in their build, so it would have been
It's gonna be the couple.
Sam and Jessica.
All right.
What?
They were second.
If it was the second place, you would have been in it.
Wow.
You're really growing with every challenge we give you, and we're really seeing
I think it's
you put
because
everything
the
into your build.
No, it's not because they're gay. It's because
I know.
they've never been in the bottom two.
One of these
No, I think it's because
will win the $100,000
so wait, they said that the second place would have been the friends.
Would have been them.
Would have been the friends, right? Wait, who?
It's gonna be
The gay couple.
Yeah, the gay not.
Okay.
Yeah.
And may the fourth
But I think it's because they
We've never
had like
been
a
in the
low
bottom two,
expectation.
and to hear the
No.
breakmaster say that
I'll tell you why.
gone home is
Tell you
really
why.
scary.
It's because the other one had never made it into the bottom two.
on the season finale of
Okay?
Lego Masters.
And it would be unright to make one mistake out of the whole thing and to kick him out.
Two head.
Well, they may have planned from the very beginning to have 3 people in the finale. They just didn't tell them.
It's a work of art.
Find out who wins. $100,000.
We could make Lego history.
What, did they put it all in dollar bills? To make it look like more.
What?
They showed like stacks of money.
Yeah, it's $100,000 of stacks.
Those
$1 million is